to see sharks. They never once bothered you. You know, it's very interesting because this is very odd. This is not particularly the behavior that you see in other countries. In Australia and off the coast of Africa, which have some of the same conditions that San Diego has, cold water, murky, turbid, hot, lots of waves, they have much more shark attacks, fatal shark attacks, like where people are completely eaten by sharks. And in San Diego, it's rare for there to be a shark attack. And when there is a shark attack, it's hardly ever fatal. And when it is fatal, it's like very particular conditions. And they showed video where it was hundreds of surfers and like 30 great white sharks just like swimming around them, looking up at them, coming by them, and then swimming away once they figured out what it was. And my theory is because off the coast of Africa and Australia, they put these nets up. They try to keep sharks away from them, so sharks are not used to being around them. In my theory, where in San Diego, we don't do any of that. We don't go after sharks. You're not allowed to fish for sharks off the coast of California because they're considered a protected species. So surfers and sharks are in the waters with each other all the time. And so they're used to each other's presence and they're not aggressive towards one another. Surfers are not being aggressive or being crazy when they're around the sharks. And the sharks aren't being aggressive. I mean, they're being interested because they'll come up and check them out, but they're not kicking at them or being aggressive towards them. And so they figure out that this isn't food. This is just another thing that I live in harmony in this area. And because there's so many surfers and so many sharks, they just have a certain level of respect for each other. Maybe this is like a learned set of conditions. And it's so interesting is that I think it's the University of South Beach or Los Angeles. No, it's Long Beach. The University of Long Beach is doing a study on the great whites in San Diego because of this reality where the sharks and the surfers rarely ever have conflict. And one of the things they highlighted is because in California, we also have a protected beach for seals. So the sharks have a large amount of food, mammalian food. And so because they have this mammalian food, they don't actually go after the humans there because the seals in San Diego are also protected. So the sharks are protected and the seals have their own beach and they're protected. And because they are able to have this thriving environment, we actually have a healthy niche here in Southern California. We actually see that there's a positive relationship between surfers and great white sharks and seals. So it's a very interesting set of conditions. And maybe this is be something that they can learn, the tribesmen can learn from when it comes to gorillas and having a, minimal or tenable relationship. Did you get to watch that video I sent you? Did you get to watch the video?
Yeah, that was about to speak on. So when I watched the video, I kind of get what's going on. My big thing is it's the new modern world that we are trying to implement certain things, and the people that would probably be traditionally able to live and coexist with the gorillas there because we put certain things in, and when I say we, I just mean the modern human, about this is a protected species because unfortunately other humans have almost hunted them to the brink of extinction. I think in one part they were saying how this one tribe was living in this area